Today, we're celebrating the ISSA Manufacturer Representatives Distinguished Service Award, honoring those who've dedicated their careers to strengthening the cleaning industry through leadership, service, and collaboration. Our guest today is a fixture in the Canadian Jansan community for more than 3 decades. Known for building bridges between manufacturers, distributors, and end users, he's helped shape how products reach customers and how relationships drive success. And now you want to know, who is this? Let's find out. It's my pleasure to welcome John Riches, the president of Riches Associates. John, how are you?
I'm very well. Yourself?
Doing well here in cold Ohio, and you're in warm Canada.
Exactly. It's balmy up here today, that's for sure.
Well, it's good to have you on the program today to talk about this honor that you received. Congratulations on that. Let's have you just tell your brief story. Paint a picture of what you've done in the industry, some personal, some professional information that maybe we don't know about.
Well, I started in the industry in 1989 right out of university. I took a year of working before that. I got a real job and essentially worked for 2 years for a company called Tenequip SCN up here in Canada. And then I got a distributor sales job. I needed some sales experience and a couple of years in distribution. I was approached by a manufacturer, Merino Manufacturing, now M2 in Canada. I worked for them as a territory manager for 4 years. I got a great idea of how the manufacturing side worked. Dealing with distributors and end users with that job taught me a lot. And at that point, I decided to get into the rep business. So I started my rep business in 2001, Riches Associates. Took me a couple of years to expand, but then eventually I expanded across Canada, and here we are today.
And how's business these days?
Business is good for the Riches Associates team, although I retired January 1st. So my partner Alan McCabe is the one running it, and I have to say I'm sure he's doing a much better job than I ever did. That's for sure.
Well, congratulations on two things now, your retirement, you're still young, and this award that you received from ISSA. Talk about that if you wouldn't mind. What does this recognition mean for you
I was
personally?
on rep council for 17 years, and I voted for this award 17 years in a row. And I never in a million years thought that I was going to get voted in for this award. It's definitely an honor. Working with the people that I have, many people that rotated in and off the rep council are good friends of mine to this day. And to be in the company of some of the past winners like John Miller, etc., it truly is an honor of mine.
Now, John, you've spent some 30 years plus in this role, representing manufacturers across Canada. How's it changed? Talk about what you've seen from day one to your very last day, the transition of the industry.
Well, it certainly has been because of acquisitions and mergers. It has taken on a different look. Back when I first started my business, there was probably four times the distribution potential customers. The manufacturers have been fairly consistent, although there has been acquisitions and mergers there as well. We've been very lucky to represent some of the largest and most experienced manufacturers in the industry. What I have noticed, the biggest thing is the distribution base, again, consolidating. And as a result of that, you see the consolidation of their distributor sales rep teams. So where we would have had a team on average of about 10 distributor sales reps in 2001, now you're looking at two or three outside reps, some inside specialists, and more of the manufacturer rep groups are being called on to make that end user call and to do the work on behalf of the manufacturer as well as the distributor. So that's the biggest change that I've seen in the last 25 years.
Yeah, definitely impacting everything in the industry, that's for sure. John, you might not know this, but some in the industry have described you as a relationship builder. Did you know that?
That would actually make sense, knowing my personality, but I appreciate people recognizing that, and yeah, that does make sense, and I'm happy that people view me that way.
I think that's a fantastic honor to give you to describe you as. Talk about that. What's your philosophy, though, for you to get to that spot where people recognize it when it comes to connecting manufacturers, distributors, and end users? What's your philosophy?
Well, I just always feel back to my sports background that a team is stronger than an individual. And really, if you look at the manufacturers, distributors, and end users, you could look at it almost like connecting teammates. You know, you have to get everybody working together and on the same page. And if you do that, everybody's going to be more successful. So team building and networking, through the ISSA, as I did with the Rep Council, meeting other rep partners and rep groups, and certainly the manufacturers and the people at the ISSA. It's all about relationships, and the more people you know, and the more that you do for each other, the more successful you're going to be ultimately.
Let's build on that doing more for others part of your comment. Now, you've been involved with supporting ISSA charities and its various functions, other charitable efforts. That has to be something close to your heart. Why is giving back such an important part of your professional mission?
Yeah, I think personally, it's on my side, it's more of a personal thing. I think everybody should give back, regardless of what their situation is, whether it's a very small token or whether it's something very large. Everybody has the ability to give back, whether it's volunteering or financially donating. In my particular case, I lost my sister in 2007. We were very close. She was a year older than me. And at the time, I didn't quite know what to do, how I could give back. And when the opportunity came to join the ISSA Charities Board, the light bulb went on, and that was the opportunity that I had to help out. And in this particular case, one of the charities is a Cleaning for a Reason, a cancer charity. And I thought it was an ideal opportunity to finally do something to give back on behalf of my sister.
That's a fantastic charity for sure. That's one I value. Everyone's touched by cancer and illness in some way. So, John, having served as an ISSA board member and chairman of the Manufacturer Rep Council, final question. What advice would you give to the next generation of reps who want to make a lasting impact?
I would have to say, get involved with the ISSA, involved with the rep community in general. We have a very important role. We're the glue that bonds the industry together. We touch every aspect. And I would advise other rep groups or young principals coming up through the industry, obviously to work hard, make as many sales calls, and be as diligent and professional as you possibly can be. But as importantly, the networking is critical as far as I'm concerned. Whether you're networking with your distributor partners, your manufacturer partners, or in my case, I decided to go all three routes. And at the ISSA and the Rep Council, it certainly was an opportunity for me to get involved in that. And I thank Keith Angel, who was the director of the reps at the time, who called me and said, we need a token Canadian on our Rep Council. And then after 17 years, they couldn't get rid of me. I'm surprised they actually voted for me, because after 17 years of knowing me, you'd think they would be happy that I was on my way. But I would advise young people to get involved. Don't just sit on the sidelines.
Great story, John. Appreciate that. Well, thank you for this, and I'll see you in Las Vegas at the show.
That sounds good. It's been my pleasure. Always a pleasure to deal with the ISSA, and I'm looking forward to coming down to Vegas.